Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Naya and this is this week has not gone as planned. Let's say that. I was sick, not sick, but like sick like in the beginning of the week, and so I have not input any transactions. I got paid on Wednesday. It is now Friday night. I'm just getting home from work actually, and no type of budgeting has been done. And so sooner is better than later. So I know when we get in there might be some overspending, but we're gonna ignore that. That's why it's important to check in with the budget. You can't just have the budget, you actually gotta check in with it or things are gonna get a little hairy, but it's fine because we're gonna roll with the punches and see what everything looks like. But before we get into that, because this is my first paycheck in February, I thought I would kind of review some of my January transactions, like a brief little closeout, and talk about some of my January goals that I had that I didn't share with you guys, of course, because I started this channel like towards the end of the month. So, oh, by the way, this is cute. So I actually, before I started recording this, I thought that I was gonna be a little disappointed in the progress I had made. January, to me, did not go in the way that I wanted to. It was very busy. I ended up working a lot. I did still do some fun things, but it just felt like I wasn't showing up the way I wanted to show up, if that makes sense. And so in my mind, I was like, I didn't get anything done. I didn't hit my goals, blah, blah, blah. But when I pulled up my little good note sheet to see, like, because I couldn't remember what goals I set. I will say for February, I gave myself like 3 goals, maybe 4. January, I had 6 goals. Plus I was working crazy hours. It was just, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, when I actually pulled it up to see it, I realized that I actually did more things in January than I thought I did. And so I'm actually like a little bit proud of that. So just to go through some of these. So I had, so here's the other thing. When I first started January, I won't say they were completely unrealistic, but I had all these goals and plans that like by the second week of January, I was like, actually, it's not gonna work. And so a lot of these goals were based on kind of that original plan. They got scrapped and I didn't think to update them. So that was another reason why I was like, I didn't do any of this, but actually we made some progress. So again, like I have a lot of big like financial goals. So I've been trying to do what I can to increase my income, earn a little bit of extra money. So one of my goals was to basically go into work a little bit earlier, so like an hour and a half earlier, like every day. That did not happen. I don't even think I got half of my goal of overtime for the month. And again, because I get paid monthly, how it works is all the hours that I work in a month, if I do end up getting overtime, I won't get paid that money until the end of the next month. So for January, all the overtime I did do, I won't see until the end of February. I know. The monthly pay is not, it's not for me. Like that's reason enough for me to leave this job alone. But anyway, we're not gonna get into that in this video. All right, then I had a goal to avoid eating out, and I put in parentheses drive-through because I like to dine out. I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I was trying to, one, not spend money on really eating out, period, but definitely not on like little fast food runs. And I feel like I need to look into YNAB. But I feel like for the most part, I actually did do this, but towards the end of the month, I kind of like yeah, I was eating out. I was eating out and I didn't care. It was too much. So that, I'll give myself like a 0.5. Did that like halfway, but didn't work out the way I wanted to. I wanted to also plan dates 1 time a week. I think we did that. My boyfriend does all the editing, so he can put on the screen we did or we did not. because he will know. I don't. Like, our schedule is so hectic that I really try to be intentional about, you know, hanging out, etc. But I feel like it did. I would like it to be more, but definitely at least 1 time a week have a date. And yeah, Naya right now is thinking it did happen, but we'll see if it's actually true. Another financial goal I had was to have 27 no spend days. Originally, I was going to do a Q1 no spend challenge, and I'm still doing that in a way, but I was actually gonna be more serious about it. And then, like I said, second week of January, I decided that I don't want to do that. It's not gonna help me really get to my goals in the way I want to, or still do some of the fun stuff I want to do. So I like scrapped it. So I was spending money in January. I was swiping the card. I was swiping it intentionally, but I was swiping it. So that did happen. I wanted to start a couples devotional. We did do that, and we've been on track with that. And then I wanted to try one new place in North Carolina, and I put in parentheses a food or activity. And I did do that. I went to the steakhouse that I've been wanting to go to for like over a year. And then restaurant week was like 2 weeks ago, maybe. And so we were able to get like a 3-course meal for like $50 a piece. I highly recommend. I think like next year I'm planning on like creating a Target restaurant week so I can eat out like every night for a deal and get like a 3-course meal every night for a week. But it was really good. We went to Perry's Steakhouse, delicious. I had a pork chop, and it was like one of the best pork chops I ever had in my life. So that was that. So out of the 6 goals that I had for January, I did 1, 2, 3, like 3.5 out of 6. What grade is that? Okay, that's it's actually like a D, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, it's fine. You know, life be lifing, and that's why February we're gonna be a little bit more realistic about what we're planning in our life, and we're gonna go from there. So February, I give myself 3 goals, 3.5, because I added 1, but I didn't write it down. This is 4. I said 3.5, but I got 4 goals. So, and I hurt myself at work. So, yeah. So my first goal in February is to pay off 2 debts, and that's gonna come to around almost $1,600. I actually end up getting, or will be getting, a tax refund. I'm supposed to get the federal deposit tomorrow, actually, in the state. Who knows when? But neither here nor there. I'm going to use the federal taxes towards paying off one of my debts earlier. It's only a month early, but that month is going to make a difference and knocking out some of my other goals. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to say a little bit more about my taxes and my refund in a separate video. So definitely stay tuned for that. My next one is to read 2 books. Really, I want to read 3 books, but again, we're going to be realistic about the time we have. So read 2 books. I'm already like maybe a quarter through 1 book, and I'm starting another one tomorrow. So I think I could do that. I read pretty quickly, but it's like sitting down to have the time to read, you know, because I can read a book in a day, but I got to find a day to have the time to read, you know. And then my last goal is to snooze my alarm less. So if you have been watching some of my other videos, you know that it is a theme that I either snooze, I oversleep. I'm not a morning person, and I have to be up early after sometimes getting off like at midnight, getting home, so around like 12. The point is, I get home late and I try to get up early, and that would be a struggle for anybody. So I don't know why I'm hard on myself, but I really want to try to at least snooze my alarm less and try to wake up when the alarm goes off the first time, but I'm gonna do it. So I need to be more, I'm gonna snooze. Let's see, today is the 7th. So we have what, like 21 more days of February. So I want to snooze my alarm less than 11 days of the rest of the month. This week, I can already tell you, I was snoozing real hard. So we're gonna forget the first week of February. We still got 3 more weeks, you know, and we're actually, I'm gonna say 7. I want to snooze more than 7 more days of February. If y'all think I can do it, I can do it. So just believe in me and I'll believe in myself, okay? All right, that's what we're gonna do. So I didn't write down January because January was so hectic. I didn't do a lot of like physical activity, not a lot of movement. And so I think what I'm gonna try to do, because it's very easy to like walk around my job and get in steps. And so what I wanna try to do is to get in at least 30 minutes of walking a day, nothing too crazy. But just something to like prioritize movement a little bit. Again, we're already a week into February, haven't done nothing, but that's okay. It's never too late to set a goal and get it done. All right, this is proof of that. And so for the rest of the month, at least 5 days out of the week, I want to try to do like 30 minutes of walking, and I should probably just do it on my lunch break to make it happen, but we'll see. So now that we've talked about those goals, let's get into my YNAB. Hope for the best, because again, I haven't been in it all week. Let's see what these numbers are looking like. Yes, all right, let's do it. So can we have a moment for the hair? If you saw my last video, you saw I decided to get my hair done, to give myself a break from a few weeks from having to do it. I got it done. It's a week old now, but I can't tell if I'm in the frame or not. Yes, the hair is growing. My pink has obviously faded out, and I'm trying to get used to it. I'm not really a fan of the blonder colors on myself, but you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, back to the waiting room. Okay, so I'm just gonna go account by account, because actually, I lied to you guys. So first, let's take a look at the budget and go into January. So if you haven't seen some of my other videos, like I said a little bit earlier, one of my goals was to not fund my YNAB category, amongst some other categories, but we're gonna focus on that one. And if I did eat out, I was gonna eat out with money from my part-time income, not full-time income. But we take a look at this category, and we spent, right, okay, you see how in the beginning of the month, there was nothing, and then, yeah, so $250 seems like a lot, but 2 of these things were actually me treating other people to meals. And so if you add that minus what I spent on other people, I'm good with that. $63 a month eating out for me compared to like how much I normally like to eat out. That's pretty good. So I'm content with that. I think I probably already surpassed that in February because I've just been wilding out this week, but that's pretty good. I'm gonna try to beat that if I haven't passed it already in February. All right, so that was eating out. And then you guys know I recently went on a trip to Virginia. Just a little day trip. It wasn't even a day, it was like a few hours. to celebrate my sister's birthday. And I had given the category $100, and I was crossing my fingers that that would get me through. Yeah, my meal alone was $100. Okay, so where is it? Did I not fund? Huh. I guess I didn't. Oopsie. Oh, because it was in February. That's why. Okay. Her birthday is like the end of January, but the thing was in February. So yeah. Yeah, $100 alone at just the restaurant. And then my gas was only $21. And that got me from here to there and back. Okay, Honda. You did your big one. Yeah, so like $20-something over the budget. That's not bad. But I also, so brief intermission, story time. We were at the gas station before we were about to leave, and I'm pumping the gas, minding my business. My sister is in the driver's seat, not being vigilant. But anyway, this person walks up to me and they're like, hey, I'm trying to get to DC to flee this abusive situation, and I'm almost out of gas. Can you help me out? I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, but like, how can you say no? So then I walk over there, you know, give them a little gas, and it wasn't even that much to fill up their car. And I'm not the type of person to. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Basically, like you would hope somebody's not like lying about something like that or trying to hustle you, and even if they are, like it was 18 bucks to fill up the tank. That's not gonna kill me, okay? So really, I spent 130-ish dollars. I can't do math, okay? So sorry. I can't do math in my head, but that's not horribly outside of the range of what I want to spend. So January's money ended up pretty good. I wasn't overspent on anything. So I feel good. I feel good about January spending. I feel better about January overall. Like just filming this and actually talking through like what I did and didn't do is very helpful to reflect on it. But now, like I said, we're a week into February. It's a new month. January was okay. I want to be better. I want to be better. Okay. So, which I need to start by actually putting in the money I spent. Okay. All right, so the last time I put in something was February 2nd. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I put in utilities. Okay. All right, so gas. We got gas. And that was, how much was it? Gas was $33.69. That has cleared. We got groceries on literally Tuesday. Food line. 47 out of 11. We were under budget. Love to see it. Don't worry, under budget. That doesn't last long. We were under budget for a little bit. Then on Wednesday, we got some personal items from Wegmans. Also, another reason why it's important I try to like fill out transactions as they happen, because like Wegmans is a place where I buy groceries and I buy personal items. Like say I waited a long time, I didn't remember what I spent the money on at Wegmans. I can't even talk. I have never gotten a notification that my storage was full. You see? You see what happens when you try to be great? Start a hobby. You run out of storage. Anyway. It's like example, like I shopped at Wegmans 2 nights in a row for 2 separate purposes. My credit card is flags at this grocery because it's a grocery store, but I know the truth for now. But I could easily forget, so you know, do your purchases as soon as they happen. You know, Popeyes. 966. Oh yeah, then. Let's see. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the surprise. And then today, Geico. 28644. Okay. Alright, so I think everything cleared except for the car insurance. And so I reconcile. That is my current balance. I'll say yes. And everything else will lock except for these. And that just means all the transactions are entered, they're accurate, and they've cleared. All right, so let's go to my next card. Those are good. Anytime I use a vending machine, I just put it under the general category of vending to make my life easier. So I must have been a machine like every day this week. That is my current balance. So I say yes. Okay. All right, also want to go into my checking account while we're here. And okay. So I've already inputted my check from Wegmans and my credit card redemption. So one thing I have to enter here is, all right, and you can actually, if you make a purchase, but it's for 2 separate things, you can do a split transaction in YNAB. And so the entire transaction was $15.78, but I needed cash back, so $10 went to pocket money. It will automatically do that math for me. $5.78 was a little snack at work. Save that. That's also cleared. My balance is off by some change. So let us do some investigatory work. 1578. get a small dividend and I forgot to input it. So we have 17 cents. Yes. All right, that didn't take, thankfully, sometimes that takes a long time. That's the other part with entering transactions manually, you can get things lost like that. But we found it, everything's good on that. And my last one, okay. All right, and then I bought something yesterday, and I don't remember what it was for. What did I buy? See, this is me reminding everybody. $13. What did I buy for $13? My memory is so bad; it's not even funny. I spent $13 on tonight for my dinner. I make it very obvious that I work at Wegmans part-time. Otherwise, why am I there so much? That's why. All right, so that was dinner tonight. All right, so now let's clear some of this overspending. And so we have $400. Some of it is actually, okay, this is definitely gonna go there. And then before I sign any more, we're gonna come to my underfunded category and I need to put $300 in there for sure. Now, put back here, we're gonna cover this. Okay, we're gonna fund the rest of this. All right, and then this is gonna come from because I'm not going to get any more gas the rest of the week. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come to groceries. I don't like to leave money laying in here. So for right now, I'm going to move that to this is my medical category. Move that to medical. Snooze that. Yes. I'm gonna move this to this. And we are going to snooze that. Yes. Then we're gonna come all the way down here to savings. And the rest of this money is supposed to be for my taxes. We are gonna move to it's saying this is underfunded by $24.70. I don't know why. But because there's no like overspending in January. So for right now, we're gonna move this to this. And then I'm gonna move 30 cents from somewhere at a later date. Just to be done with that. But that is all of my budgeting for the first week in February. I did a lot of like non-intentional spending this week. I think because I was not in YNAB, like actually putting in purchases, so I wasn't seeing like where when I was overspending, when I would have to move money around. I think that reflected. I think one thing about working in a grocery store is I'm easily influenced by what people buy. And so I end up getting a lot of little snacks that I don't really need and I might not even really want because I was thinking about it until I saw it. But anyway, so my goal for the rest of this month is to try to put things in as soon as they happen or the next day like I usually do and really stay on track so I'm not having to sacrifice some of my goals or move money around when I don't necessarily want to. All right. But that is all for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me and supports my channel. And for real, stay tuned for that video on taxes. I promise that it's actually coming. It should be the next thing you see. If it's not, blame Javon. Bye.